Hey everyone, welcome to Yin Yoga for the neck. So today we're doing 4 poses dedicated to releasing tension and stress in the neck and shoulders. What you'll need is 1 or 2 blocks, option for a bolster or a blanket as well. So let's get started. Our first pose is standing. So come on up onto your feet. We start with dangle pose. So feet are about hip width apart and even. Standing up nice and tall. Hands can come to the hips to start. And we'll take a gentle bend in the knees and then start to hinge forward at the hips with a nice long spine. Then once you start to feel the stretch in the hamstrings, the glutes start to round the low back down, the mid back, the upper back, and then the arms rest down either to the floor or you can opt to grasp opposite elbows here. We can shift a little slightly forward out of the heels and more towards the ball of the foot. And you'll feel this in the hamstrings, in the hips, and low back as well. But we're really trying to let go of any tension along the entire spine. Letting gravity do all the work here as we create a little bit of space between every vertebrae. The head is heavy as it just dangles down towards the ground. Finding that edge of sensation here, feeling the stretch, the tension. And find your breath. See if you can move the breath into the belly. Smooth, even breaths here. Inhale, feel the body expand. Exhale, imagine the upper body relaxing even more, growing heavier and heavier. Notice if there might be any additional tension or holding in the shoulders, even in the jaw or the eyes, bringing softness to the face as well. Take 3 more breaths here. Inhales, fill the belly. Exhales, the spine is heavy, dangling down. One more deep inhale. Exhale, let it all out. If you grasp opposite elbows, releasing the arms. Arms are now down onto the floor. We'll start to come up onto the fingertips, tenting the fingers. Start to press gently into the hands as we slowly lift the body up. Rising slowly out of this pose. Hips can come, or hands can come back to the hips as you slowly rise up to stand. We'll inhale, we'll shrug our shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, round them down and back. We'll come right into our next pose, Malasana, or the squat pose. We're going to take our feet a little wider here, toes facing outwards, the outer corners of our mat. And when you're ready, you're just going to bend the knees and come down, down, down into a squat, a very low squat here. So yes, this is a lot on the knees. This is a hip opening pose too, but we're really going to focus on stretching the back of the neck here. So if you want to take some pressure off of the hips, off of the knees, you could use your blanket, bolster, or block, whatever you have, and place something right under your seat here. So it's not so intense of a squat. This is a wonderful option. If you don't want the block, no block. Okay. So arms are going to come inside of the legs, and we're going to start to bow the head down. And really feel lots of flexion here in the spine as you round the neck, down, down, down. Chin comes to the chest, maybe even lower now, bowing the entire spine down towards the floor. Arms could reach gently out. If this is plenty of stretch in the spine, stay here. Or if you want to take it a little deeper, you could interlace your fingers and bring the hands behind the base of the skull here. And just letting go of any tension and using the weight of the hands and arms to create more tension and stretch in the back of the neck. And once you find that edge of sensation, find your stillness. Observing the body, noticing the sensation here, where you're feeling it. If you can feel the stretch in the neck, maybe notice how far that sensation runs down the spine. Now we're going to shift to our breath here. So inhale, it's going to come into the upper back. So with every inhale, imagine filling behind the shoulder blades. The shoulder blades moving away with every breath, away from each other, away from the spine. And with every exhale, the head might release down and the shoulder blades soften. So inhales, creating space behind the shoulder blades and the ribs behind the shoulder blades. Exhale, let it go. If the tension becomes too much with the hands on the neck, you can always back out a little bit, release the hands down. And just take 5 more breaths here. Last inhale. Exhale, release the hands down if you had them behind the neck. Gently press into the hands. You're going to slowly lift out of this. This can be a lot of stretch and tension on the fascia of the back of the neck and shoulders. So just take your time coming out of this pose. If you sat on a block or bolster or blanket, removing those out from under your seat. And then when you're ready, come on to your bottom. First, we'll just release the legs. So extending the legs out in front of you. You can tap the knees out, letting go of any tension and compression there. Letting the blood return down to the legs. And then we'll come into our next pose. We're going to do a seated stretch here. So coming to a comfortable seated position. You can always sit on a block, bolster, or blanket. And whatever works for you. So when you're ready, find your seat. Sit up nice and tall. So shoulders are over the hips, ears are over the shoulders to start. You can close the eyes here. We'll start with a stretch to the right. So we're actually going to extend our left arm out to the side, reaching the hands out. And then we'll tilt right ear to right shoulder. Noticing if the left shoulder wants to hike up with you. Try to anchor that left shoulder down, bringing the right ear over to the side. You can take a moment here to play with the tilt of the chin. Really, we're working towards the side of the neck or maybe the front side of the neck. So you could tilt the chin slowly up towards the ceiling. Noticing if you find a good stretch there. Wherever you find the best stretch, pause. Option, you could deepen the sensation here. You could bring the right arm overhead, fingertips grasping the base of the skull right behind the left ear. Deep inhale through the belly. Exhale. Feel that left shoulder releasing down. Noticing all the sensation here. Feeling the stretch on the side of the neck. Noticing how far up the sensation goes. Can you feel it in the jaw? Maybe even into the skull and scalp or the ear. And how far down the sensation goes. So maybe down the shoulder, down the arms, even to the fingertips. Slow, even breaths here. One more big inhale. Exhale, release that right arm down if you brought it in or brought it overhead. Left arm can come to the knee, both hands to the knees. And slowly let the head rise up through center. And we'll take it directly to the other side. So now right arm reaches out, tenting the fingertips. Bringing left ear to left shoulder. Anchoring that right shoulder down if it's trying to crawl up towards that right ear. Playing with the tilt of the chin, whether the chin is angling a little further up towards the ceiling. Finding that best stretch, finding that sweet spot. Option to move a little deeper. Left arm overhead, fingertips gently grasp the base of the skull right behind the right ear. Creating a little more traction here with the fingers and the weight of the arm. Feeling sensation here. How far does it run up the neck, the jaw, ear, the scalp, or down the shoulder, the arm, the fingers. Smooth out the breath. One more deep breath here. Exhale, release the left arm down. If you brought it overhead, hand can come to the knee. Now right hand to the right knee. Slowly bring the head back up through center. Give a little turn to the right. Turn to the left. Okay, and we'll set up for our final pose. We're going to do fish pose here. So you can find your block. You're going to place it towards the back of your mat. You're going to sit with your legs down the other side. So this is a reclining pose to open up the chest and shoulders. So it's going to take a moment for you to find that sweet spot. But what you're going to try to do is bring the block under the upper back, but the base of your skull is actually going to come and tilt off of the block. So your head will hang off the block here. If you find that the block is too much sensation, you could grab your bolster and have your bolster run this way so that it's still a heart opener and the head would release down off of the back of the bolster. So we're coming down onto the block, so weight on the elbows. Push my block a little further up. All right. Palms face up. We really want to open through the chest, through the collarbones, open through the front of the throat. Letting the weight fully release down. If this is too much sensation on the neck like this, if you had that second block, you could place the second block under your head as a pillow. We're going to take a 2-part breath here. So at the beginning, inhale, fill the belly, and then the chest. Exhale, release from the chest, and then the belly. So inhales, fill from the bottom up. Exhale, release from the top down. The entire body is relaxed, letting the weight of the body just sink down into the floor, into the block. Letting gravity do all the work here. Inhales from the belly to the chest. Exhale, chest to the belly. And 3 more breaths here. Last one. Deep inhale. Open mouth exhale. Okay, so we're going to first start to bring the palms down. I'm going to use one of my hands. Just cup the base of my neck here, so I'm not straining my neck. So I use the hands to curl the head up first, and then engage my neck muscles to hold my head up. So I press now into the forearms, into the hands, and slowly come up off of the block. Moving the block or bolster off to the side. Come once more into a seated position. We'll take a little twist to the right. So right arm reaches behind you, left hand to left knee, left hand to right knee. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Gaze as far over the right shoulder. and back to center. To the other side. So left arm reaches behind you, right arm to right knee. Inhale, reach up nice and tall. Exhale as you turn the head over to the left, gazing over left shoulder. Inhales as you lengthen. Exhale as you twist a little deeper. One more full breath here. Exhale, twist. And back to center. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears. Inhale. Exhale, down and back. Okay, so hopefully your neck is feeling nice and long and relaxed. You can do this any time of the day. Releasing. Really, this is really nice because it releases all of the neck. So the back of the neck, the side, and the front. Letting go of tension, 360. All right, and as always, thank you for joining. Bye.